What up, guys? I don't know where I'm at. So here, I don't know, 4 months ago, actually about 4.5 months ago, I lost my job with the company I've been with for about 12 years, and actually just over 12 years. And so I've been trying to do the YouTube thing at home and work on projects at home. And I thought that doing this stuff from home was going to be way better for me. I thought I'd get way more accomplished on like my own projects. I thought I was going to be able to make more videos more consistently, and I think it's gotten worse. And I don't know if it's because I'm just so scatterbrained with projects at the house now, trying to get things done and trying to fight to make money to be able to just pay bills. I think since I've lost my job 4 months ago, I think I maybe only put out maybe 5 videos or 6 videos, you know, and normally I would do at least 1 a week. Sometimes I would try and do 2 a week, and that's just, I've gone like 15 days without posting a video, the last 2 or 3 videos, and it's just, that shit's not gonna work, guys. So I don't know. I've got so many projects working, and then I'm like between projects, waiting on parts or waiting on money or whatever the case may be. So I get really scatterbrained and I video some stuff, and then I won't come back to that project until like 2 months later. And then I forget half the videos I've got. I've got to go really far back to try and find the videos that I started. And I just suck at this. I don't know how people do it, like on a regular basis. Like when I first wake up, my first instinct, and maybe this is why, you know, I won't say the channel's failing, but this is why the channel's, you know, part of why it's probably never going to be as successful as I would hope. But it's like, I don't just wake up and instantly grab the damn camera and just start talking to it. Like, I get up, I go to the gym, I take care of my dogs, I mow the yard, and do some stuff around the house, and then I don't get started until noon most of the time. So, like right now, I went to the gym, came home, ate some breakfast. Now I realized I need some energy drinks, so I'm gonna go and get some energy drinks. And then I'm gonna go home and try and decide what the hell I'm gonna do today. So I'm gonna grab these drinks and we're gonna get into today's video. And hopefully it's not crap. What up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We're back at it today. Working on the Falcon project today. We're trying to get this thing up and running and drivable. That way I can go to some little cruise nights. But we got some parts in the mail today for this project. This is budget friendly, cheap as cheap. We may end up selling this thing, I don't know, but we're gonna get it up and driving. I decided my makeshift Jeep radiator was not cutting it, and I found this one online for 90 bucks. So we bought this. This is actually a Falcon / Ford Mustang radiator. We're gonna go out, we're gonna rip the Jeep radiator out of the car and test fit this one inside of it. See what we got to figure out as far as getting it to bolt in. We'll probably have to get some little clips and some bolts and stuff since there was no radiator in it. Somebody unbolted it and pulled all the stuff out. We'll get this old radiator out, get this one set down in the car, and kind of see what we got to do to get this to fit. Anyways, let's get out there. Let's test fit this thing. Well, we got her test fitted in there, boy. This thing is, I'm telling you, with that header and this aluminum radiator, I mean, we got a Pro Street car here. I mean, look at that radiator in this thing. Boy, golly, I tell you, I probably should have painted it black. You know, that way people don't see what's coming to them. You know, when you're coming up the front, you see, oh, man, you can't even really see it. It's such a race car. It's like stealthy. But got to get some radiator hoses. I was hoping the lower one was going to fit, but this thing's got like a 4-inch inlet down there. I mean, it's massive. So I'm going to have to figure out what hose to put on this thing. And then my fan fit. Look at that. Just enough room. I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, this thing, she's a peach. I'll show you a couple other things I got in the mail for it. Oh, we got the fuel tank. Fuel tank came in the mail. We need to get the old one out. This is the new one here. So we need to get the old one out, pull the sending unit and stuff out of it, blow the lines out of it, see if the steel lines all the way up to the carb are clogged or if it's something in the sending unit. So once we get the radiator plumbed, get that good, I got to get some line to fix the tranny cooler lines because I'm going to have to loop those. Or I've got them looped, but I'm going to put them in the radiator now, so we'll have to get some things for that. But some adapters and compression fittings and things to go down there. So that'll be good. Then we can check training fluid. We can put antifreeze in it, get this thing up to snuff. And we still got to fix the exhaust leak too. But radiator, fuel cell, race car. Let me grab this old radiator. We don't need this bad guy out here no more. Got the new fuel tank dropped in it. Got that all buttoned up and stuff in there. And then put new fuel lines. We'll put a new sending unit on it. This is a larger fuel tank, so this is a 16-gallon tank. Like I said, we put a new sending unit in it because the old one was not in good shape. Let me tell you, this thing was pretty raunchy. Then we've got our new BrakeBest Select Mustang master cylinder here. This will be the next thing we're going to work on once we get some fuel in this car. We'll start working on the brakes, and then pretty much after that we can try and drive this thing. This is a like 1967 Mustang master cylinder, so it's the dual pot. The factory one is a single pot. So if you get a brake hose leak on this guy with the old single pot in it, you're doomed. You're losing all the brakes. So have to get some fittings and stuff to modify the brake line locations and stuff, but that should be fairly easy. But the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get this bolted up in there, and then we'll figure out what fittings we need here. And yeah, we should be rocking and rolling soon. And then I've got to decide what I'm going to do with the wheels and tires. If I'm going to run the slots or I'm going to put the chrome wheels back on it and get the new tires and everything mounted. I kind of feel like these aluminum wheels are leaking a little bit around the bead because that front tire looks a little low. So we may end up breaking these down, saving these for a later date, and then just putting the chrome wheels back on it and getting this thing on the road so we can start driving it, take it to a couple cruise nights. What up, guys? We are at the drag strip today. We're out here at US 36. We're gonna pit crew for my brother. He's actually driving Dad's Dart. We've got a test and tune today, and then we've got a race tomorrow. We've got the King of 28s race tomorrow. They're doing like a limited 28 class today, but we're just gonna test and tune. We're gonna run a 6.0 index, pretty much like always with this car, but I gotta grab my stuff, my laptop and such, and then we'll head over to the pit and see if we can get the ball rolling. I'm a little late. All right, guys, we're coming up for our first test. I put a 6.0 tune-up in it. I did change the launch strategy a little bit to try and get it to make a little bit more consistent boost on the brake, and then he's gonna try and use the bump button as well. So we'll see what it does here, and hopefully it'll go with 6.0. All right, so the first pass, the car ran a 634, the big pedal, and he short shifted it. I tried to tame it down a little bit. He's gonna come up and run it again. Hopefully it'll still run a 6.0. We'll get him up here and see what it does. that was our second and final pass for the night, and I forgot to turn my damn cameras off. So first pass, the car ran a 634, basically the same tune-up. I just softened it up on the leaf, took 2 pounds off on the brake, and then softened the ramp, and the car went a 602. That was the same tune-up that went a 605 at JJ the Boss's race. It went a 602 here, and you could tell on the hit that the car spun the tire a little bit, and it still wants to drive right. It's a ladder bar car. It really needs an anti-roll bar underneath of it. I've seen ladder bar cars with anti-roll bars, and it seems to help. I'm not a big fan of ladder bar cars anyways, but little test night worked out for us. We're going to come back tomorrow and hopefully run a 6.0 index class, and I don't know, we'll see what happens. But that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching. Keep following along. We'll see you on the next one.